throwback to the first episode.
Yeah, the setup we have not done since the first episode. We're in the corner again.
Yeah, we're in the timeout corner now.
Yeah.
Jake is having fun on his day off, so
yeah, Jake's golfing. Dylan B's working, and Dylan A. If you want to know what happened to him, check out the most recent podcast. Yeah. So this week we are doing Van Halen,
1984. I just want to point out real quick that the portraits of everybody on the back are so 80s. Like fucking David Lee Roth is literally shirtless holding himself. That is such an 80s fucking thing. Everybody's hair is getting blown in the wind. Eddie, I think this is the first time I've seen Eddie not smiling in a picture.
Yeah, right.
Every other picture he's actually like got a good smile on his face.
Mm-hmm. And this is also their last album with lead singer David Lee Roth in the band. I think this is their 6th album. I don't know exactly. Zach, you should tell us. You were you already did these guys on a...
I've already reviewed every single Van Halen album.
Holy shit, how was that?
I love Van Halen. Van Halen is pretty much all their albums are pretty damn good. I'm looking now.
Diver Down comes immediately after. Oh shit.
This is their 6th album. You were right.
Okay, I was just guessing.
I really liked Diver Down. I really like Van Halen 1.
Van Halen 1
Van Halen 1 is
great.
Easily my second favorite. And
yeah.
it's a little spoiler. This is my favorite Van Halen album.
Yeah.
This is my favorite Van Halen album.
I can see why.
This one's so fucking good.
I think between those two, I like the first Van Halen a little bit better, but this one is fucking amazing.
This is the first time I've listened to it.
Really? Yeah.
I was not raised up on Van Halen. My dad was a kid when these guys were big.
Yeah, I haven't listened to this album in a couple years, but I listened to it probably back in like 2018, 19 for my first time. I liked it back then. I really like it still. Shall we just jump into it, unless you got anything else you want to say?
Yeah. First track is the title track.
Yeah.
Which is just an intro.
It's like instrumental. I like it, though, because it sounds like futuristic.
You're entering a...
Yeah.
The Great
album.
Journey.
It's also...
Because the album's Great Journey.
The album is called 1984. I know it doesn't have anything to do with the book of the same name, but I don't know, the whole futuristic intro kind of reminds me of that. And
this album is not 1984.
Yeah.
It's not very 1984.
It's not very 1984.
It's not very 1984.
But it's 1984, and it
But
came
it
out
is
in
1984.
1984.
Yeah.
There you go, Internet. Wrap your head around that one.
Yeah.
The next track, probably their biggest track.
It's Jump.
Jump.
Everybody knows Jump.
I fucking love this song. It's amazing.
It's been in a billion movies.
Yeah.
You've seen it everywhere.
I've seen it. Zach made a meme with it.
I made a meme with it.
Like that. It's just great. I love this song. Everyone knows this song.
It is a
Everybody
banger.
pretty knows the song.
Like you said at the beginning of your Van Halen review, you know who Van Halen is. Like that's just pretty much. That's it.
There's such a pop culture icon.
Yeah.
And the second song on the album is also it's Panama. You heard Panama before.
Panama,
You've heard the
another
song
classic.
before. You know
Amazing.
the song.
Everyone loves Panama.
This album has a lot of just like their biggest hits.
Mhm.
More than half of the album is like really like most of their really big hits.
These are like the huge ones. And I like Panama because it has like I forget what car it is, but it's like I think it's like an 80s like Lamborghini or something that's like revving really hard in like the bridge section.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That part, it's really cool just to hear the I don't know. Because I think the song's about like fast cars and shit.
Every single song on the album has fantastic guitar work.
Oh,
And
Eddie Van
Eddie's
Halen,
fucking
oh my
legend,
god,
dude.
one of the best guitarists of all time.
Genuinely
for
one of
sure.
the best guitarists.
And his brother's on the drums too.
Mm-hmm.
After Panama, we have Top Jimmy.
I like Top
I like
Jimmy.
Top Jimmy.
That's a fun one.
It's cool as shit.
I like where it's like, oh, Jimmy.
It's,
It ends with that. I thought
Everybody
that was
wants
I think-
Jimmy, dude.
I think the
Everybody
story,
likes
yeah,
Jimmy.
I think it's just the point like dude.
This dude is the coolest
He's the
dude.
shit.
Top Jimmy.
Dude, he's
just
the
guy.
top dude.
He's the
He's
coolest
the
Jimmy.
OG.
around. Jimmy.
There's the next song, Drop Dead Legs, which is like
That's
another one of the most popular Van
Yeah.
Halen songs. It's
That
been in
one's
100
great.
movies and
Mhm.
It was in
TV
Family
shows.
Guy.
It was in Family Guy.
Yeah, I first heard it in that Family Guy episode.
It's been in a lot.
Yeah, but it's
And it's also just a great song.
yeah.
I love the lyrics in that song. The way he sings in that song is so good. Like
Yeah.
I don't know,
The next
a lot of
song
energy.
is a banger.
The next song is
immediately.
my favorite Van Halen song ever.
It's definitely
Like,
top 3 for me.
It's got one of my favorite solos, and that drum at the beginning is Hot Dot for Hopper Teacher. It's just so
Yeah.
energetic.
Hot for Teacher's
It's so the
amazing.
entire song has so much energy.
I think it's easily my
insane.
favorite track on the album.
Definitely
It's
my
a
favorite track
pinnacle
off the
song.
album.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say it's my favorite Van Halen song.
Yeah.
It's so good.
When I hear the drums in that song and the guitar, I just get it makes me happy. That's a good song.
Oh wait.
I like All Wait.
I like I'll Wait.
Yeah, it's a little chiller than the first super energetic tracks we've had. Like the album kind of slows down for the last couple tracks a little bit.
These kind of sound more like just calmer music for like the time period. Because it sounds like something you would hear on the radio.
Yeah,
These
All
sound
Wait
like
is it's good
more
though.
poppy kind of songs.
Yeah, definitely.
And I like all of them. Like I really like I'll Wait.
Yeah,
Girl
always.
Gone Bad is the next track.
Girl
too.
Gone
I
Bad
really
is
like
also
that one
good.
as well.
It's not like the last two are probably my least favorite tracks, but I still really like them. Like I like Girl Gone Bad. It's again kind of a poppy one, but that one sounds a little better than All Wait, I'll say.
House of Pain.
Yep, the closing track is House of Pain.
I want to know what that's all about. Like,
Nothing to do with the rap group of the same name.
They're what is it? It would be 9 years later,
Yeah,
something like that.
something like that indeed. But I like the closing track too. I feel like that's probably my least
Yeah, House
favorite
of
one
Pain.
though.
Definitely one of the most. Like I like every song on the album.
Yeah.
And like House of Pain is one of the ones that is like, it is on the bottom of my list of like my favorites, I'd say.
Yeah. It's still good. I still enjoy it. I like the guitar work at the end. That's really cool.
This is gonna get added to the collection of albums I listen to more and more. for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Like, I think Van Halen, like, pretty much most of their albums are pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
I remember saying from my older reviews, I was like, all of them have pretty good songs on them. All of them sound
Yeah.
pretty good.
Even like the weaker stuff with Sammy Hagar, which would come after this album and from then on until Van Halen eventually split. It's not bad. It's not the same.
It's not as crazy and energetic as it was.
Yeah, and this comes from someone who likes Hagar's music, like his standalone shit. Again, this album's amazing though.
Yeah.
Definitely a staple of. It's not really. I mean, if you want to call it hair metal, but it's kind of like the pioneer of that.
This is classic rock.
Yeah, this was kind of like the weird middle ground. I don't really consider it hair metal, but I know some people probably will just because of their look and their sound.
So,
Anything else? Or you don't wanna?
time for ratings.
Since I picked it, I'll give my final thought and then my rating real quick. This is my favorite Van Halen album.
For sure.
Definitely one of my
Agreed.
favorite.
Hey, Seth
Hey.
agrees.
Definitely one of my favorites. It's got so many of the good fucking songs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
I really like this album.
Holy shit.
Fucking solid, dude.
What do you give it?
9 out of 10.
9. Wow.
There's 3 big hits that everyone's heard before
I give
that are
it
like the most iconic
Seth
songs
gives it
out
an
there.
8.
Well,
This is like iconography.
he read my mind. I'm gonna give it an 8. But like the last two tracks are just kind of eh. But like I do like them, but they could have been better.
Gotcha.
But everything else, amazing, near perfect songs. Like honestly, I could get this is like I know we don't do 0.5s, but if this is the closest to an 8.5, I could possibly give. So like it's leaning into 9, but I don't think it's 9. I just personally don't. But again, probably one of their best, if not their best.
Would you say you like Van Halen more?
I still like Van Halen more, like the
Okay.
original album.
the first album.
Yeah, but this is a close second for sure. It really just comes down to personal.
What if
preference.
this album had Eruption on it?
It would
Yeah.
probably beat it out for sure. If Eruption was on this album, like if you replaced, I love the opening track a lot, like the 1984. But if you replace that with Eruption, this album would
Perfect
be
album.
probably
10.
probably a 9, close to a 10, and it would easily be better than their first album.
Goddamn.
Nah.
It's just
so funny.
That's just enough
What
of a
if?
push. That's enough of a push, honestly, because that's how close these two albums
Yeah.
are. All right, so I'm picking this week.
Oh, I never give my
Picking
rating.
the
Oh,
choice.
yeah, I
Yeah, you
did.
did.
Yeah, I'm done.
So I had two options this week. I was either gonna pick one that I had in mind, or one that Lid suggested I pick. So I'm gonna go with the one that Lid picked. We're just gonna
I know what we're listening to.
We're just gonna
This
s-
is gonna be a decisive one. I think.
Yeah, this is gonna be a decisive one. But instead, we're gonna do Team AGF's 2022 Album of the Year, we're doing Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers by Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I think
Interesting.
this is gonna be the song.
This is gonna be a very
I've never
decisive
listened to a
episode.
Kendrick album in full. I've only heard his singles and stuff.
Oh, he's listening to this one first. That's sad.
No.
Hey, alright.
I like this one, but
Oh no.
we'll wait. We'll wait until the next.
All right.
We'll wait until the next. I do like the album.